So I wanted to ask you, man, about someone that grew up near your stomping grounds, Michael Jordan. I was gonna I was watching the Last Dance documentary again, second time going through it all, and just trying to take some wisdom from Michael's approach. So one thing I wanted to ask you was about this like dichotomy, right, that exists between a player who's loved and hated, and so for example, in Michael Jordan's case, right, you have a portion of the documentary that focuses on how he was with his teammates. He had a lot of expectations, and then sometimes on the court, he was berating them or yelling at them. But as long as they did their job, everything was Gucci, right? And then off the court, he was like a fun-loving guy. They play golf, or they gamble, or they smoke cigars and do whatnot. So just this dichotomy of, sometimes you see when the media was talking about it, the media was making it seem like it was a negative thing. Before, I feel like for anyone who played sports, you kind of want the alpha to be someone who holds you accountable and wants you to reach your maximum potential. So what are your thoughts on that?
No, I mean, Mike a competitor, man. Bottom line, Mike is a competitor. Like, it doesn't matter what it is, you know. And I'm always biased because he's from North Carolina. He's my favorite basketball player ever. You know, I had the pleasure of working with some front office work with the Charlotte Hornets and saw him a couple times and got to chop it up with him. But I mean, at the end of the day, bro, like you kind of need that alpha guy to be like that. If you're talking about
Mm.
in something, the NBA, bro, that's the highest level of basketball in the world. So you got to have some kind of edge, you know. So I mean, you talk about him and Kobe, you talking about 11 rings between both of them. You know what I'm saying? So the only person that really and LeBron, 3 rings, 14 rings between the three greatest basketball players I've ever seen in my life. You know what I'm saying? And in terms of talent and winning, you know what I'm saying? Kevin Durant in there. You know what I'm saying? So like Stephen Curry's in there. You know, so but when it comes to Mike, it's like, yo, he's one of those guys that it's a bottom line situation. He's a bottom line guy. You're gonna win, you're gonna have to do it this way. You're not getting Kobe. You ain't getting up at 5 a.m. in the Olympics to win. Not just the Lakers. Like these dudes is every day is competitive, almost maniac mentality. You gotta have it. That's not just basketball. That's life. You see what Kobe was doing in business.
Yep.
You see what Mike does in business.
Yep.
They're the same way. Braun doing in business. Steph doing in business. They think like that. KD, Silicon Valley, got all kind of apps and all kind of stuff like that. Like these guys think differently, but you can't take that from basketball and not have it with off the court.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying? So like that's what it is. And Mike is the standard for that. You know, now he might talk a little bit of junk to you, but that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Kobe was the same way. You know, um, Bron approaches it differently, KD approaches it differently, but greatness is great. It's on and off the court. That's just a fact, bro.